Okay, I told you already that I didn't report this. And the very idea that I would be expected to report this to the person who was sort of the HR person is completely nuts. It's completely nuts. That HR person was the one harassing me, and we were 2 years into it. And this person, Kim Ziano, she was not a stable person. She used HR processes to abuse people. The way she would go after the young black women in particular was crazy, just absolutely crazy. So if you were a young black woman who worked there or does work there and feels like you're not being treated very nicely, you're probably correct. And Jordan knew, and Allison knew. So we essentially did not have a functional HR. And I'll give you an example, just one example of many that I could talk about, but just one for now. After I was fired by the Democratic minority leader, Allison Russo, for talking about GOP legislative aide and person accused of sexual assault, Mr. Slaybaugh, just 5 days later, an article came out on the Rooster's blog. The Rooster's like a Columbus State House blogger, if you're not familiar with him. And it was exactly what I had warned about. I had told Allison and Jordan that these discriminatory reports, they were going to come out, and you're going to need to show what did you know, when did you know it, and what did you do about it. And Jordan knew that because he had been the comms director during Me Too, and it was totally hellish. We had all these public records requests coming in, and it was a rough time. So the Rooster blog post, it's not about me. It's about Slaybaugh. It's about Kim Ziano. So her name changes over the years that this story takes place, so I'll probably use both names. And we'll just say Kim Hartman for today because that's, I think, what was on these documents in this time period. So it's about her and Slaybaugh and the House's kid glove treatment of him. And the Rooster's really kind of laying into the House about these lousy HR practices, and he's right on the money. And he talks about a tipster. He gave him some documents. And if you're reading it, you might think that I was the tipster, but I was not the tipster. I was not, in fact, in a tipping mood. I was in a I'm going to sue you people mood. So I wasn't running with a story to a blog or any media. Frankly, I was licking my wounds. You know what I was doing? I was doing voter protection for the August special election in 2023. And it sucked. It sucked so bad. I felt like physical pain. It was the last thing I wanted to be doing, but I kept doing it, and I did it again in November for abortion rights. So anyway, let me not go on too many tangents. The Rooster blog comes out, the post, and I'll tell you more about that later, but needless to say, people inside the House are pissed. Republicans are pissed. Slaybaugh himself speaks to a legislative aide after this post came out and says, "Did Sarah Cherry talk to you about me?" And he says to her, "People are going to suffer for this. People are going to suffer for this." How do you like that? Do you think that got reported? Do you think those threatening words were reported to anyone in that house, in that workplace, after I was just fired for talking about that young man? What do you think? Do you think someone was eager to go report this new threat to Allison Russo, to the Republicans?